Thank you very much. Billy, I have to refer to Billy as my longtime friend, not my old friend. She did teach me most of the good things I know. But then I asked this man something. And I listened to him for 20 minutes, saw it, I only got one question in. That's all I said until he delivered me to Ken Benson. And that's when I knew for sure that we had an election on our hands and that all of us who don't agree with the way this country's going have an obligation to try to do something about it. Because I asked this policeman, I said, all right, you say we can't win. But suppose you weren't a policeman. Suppose you weren't in my business. You were a political advisor and you were designing a campaign for us in 1992. Now keep in mind, this is back when the president is 70% approved. I said, what would your campaign be about? And from that question until I arrived at the restaurant 20 minutes later, I got in one more question. And the man just poured his heart out. He said, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about jobs. He said, we're all worried about losing our jobs. We're going down to $6 an hour or less to keep them. And he talked about that a lot. Because the American people knew exactly what George Bush meant when he was on television the other day, talking to David Frost. He said, this will be a dog-eat-dog election, and I'll do whatever I have to do to win, whatever it takes. And we said, we know you will. We know you will do everything it takes to win, except the most important thing of all, take care of the United States of America and let our people be number one again. From the time I listened to that policeman here in Houston, I have heard the voices of America singing all across this country. Men and women, people of all races, people from all walks of life, people that voted for Jesse Jackson and George Bush and all people in between in 1988, crying for a new coalition for change in America because they know we are going in the wrong direction. Today, a national poll says 78% of the American people know their economy is going downhill. What gave us this election? 10 years ago, we had the highest wages in the world, and now we're 10. 10 years ago, of the 22 richest countries in the world, we were 8 in the equality of our income distribution, and now we're dead last. For 10 years, middle-class people have worked harder for lower wages, they spent less time with their children, and spent more for health care, housing, education, and taxes, only to get less for it. Poverty has exploded, and how could it not? Where can poor people go if there is no middle class to work your way into? Most poor people in America, I got to name ambassadors and federal judges and run Democrats down and go overseas. I don't have time for that. All that stuff you're talking to me about, that belongs to state and local government and 1,000 points of light. Yeah, it was a friend of mine said the other day, it's kind of hard to be a point of light if you can't pay your electric bill. Three-quarters of the state governments in this country are broke today. Why? Because when the economy goes downhill, our revenues go down, our costs go up, Congress makes us spend more and more and more every year, gives us less to do it with, George Bush signs the bills. I'm telling you folks, we can't go on like this. If you vote for me, here's what I'm going to do. I will give you a short-term economic strategy that will get us out of the lowest 3 years of growth since before World War II. We'll double highway spending for 2 or 3 years, put a couple 100,000 people a year to work. We'll raise the government guarantees on middle-class homes to 90% of the mortgage to make it easier for working people to buy homes again and for people to build homes again. We'll put some real incentives into housing again to get people to build houses for low-income working people, to promote home ownership and tenant management, and to give dignity back to the working poor, and put people to work again, building in America. We will change the banking system in this country so that we start making loans again. Let's do what John Kennedy did in 1961 and give an investment tax credit that even small business people can take advantage of. You get the money right now, but only if you invest it in America, in our jobs. Yeah. Let's give people. Anybody that's got the guts to start a business in this environment, let's say start that business, if you hold it for 5 years and you've got money you make, we'll tax you only half your ordinary rate because you have to create jobs to get that tax benefit. Let's give people some incentives to invest. Let's make the low-income housing credit permanent. Let's return to the historic pushing paper. We want you to make money by making jobs and raising income and increasing economic growth. Let's have that kind of program. And then, let's be honest and say that we did not get into this economic mess overnight and we won't get out of it overnight. Yes, we've had a 3-year recession, but it comes at the end of more than a decade of declining economic performance, in which the Jack Golden Senior steelworkers lost about half of their membership during the decade of the 80s. The machinists lost about hours, working a shorter work week, making 20% higher pay, with a 4-week paid vacation a year, universal health care, and family leave when there's a sick baby or a parent that's ill. Now, why? They have 1/3 our population, and they have about the same volume of exports we do. They're not worried about it. When I stayed up through half the night to write those national education goals, the only thing we asked the president, because they wanted to be in a position to grade the states and school districts, tell the teachers whether they were doing right, and they didn't want to spend a nickel to see the cow jump over the moon. And get good jobs in the apprenticeship program, and set around set up a system of lifetime training in the workplace so that every American worker in a job unit at least 100 or more gets annual training, and everybody that's running against me, because the closer you get to elections, the more they start dumping on each other. I've been mostly the Delphi lately. I know about that. I don't know exactly. Somebody said changing. We're talking about a whole politics of empowerment here, where we enable people to do things they never thought they could do and require them to do it. We're talking about spending more money for child care and for medical care and for education and training for welfare recipients, and then giving them jobs to go into. We're talking about earned income tax credits for the working poor to lift them above poverty, but then requiring everybody to pay child support with a national uniform system of child support enforcement. That's a national scandal we don't have. We're talking about giving workers lifetime training in health care and asking them to change every work rule necessary to create high-performance workplaces so we can beat these high-wage countries and stop losing our jobs to low-wage countries. We're talking about asking managers to stop raising their pay by 4 times as much as their workers' pay goes up, and instead by making their profits the old-fashioned way. We're talking about asking politicians to change the way, the courage to come together. We have been unstoppable. This is the longest lasting democracy on the face of the earth because at every critical juncture in our history, we came together and we had the courage to change. And if you are sick and tired of seeing your country on the defensive, if you were sick too, when the Prime Minister of Japan said he felt sympathy for the United States, if you are sick and tired of the politics of division and you don't want a president who will do anything it takes to win, but you want a president who will do anything it takes to help you win, which is very different, then I ask you to join our cause. The stakes are very high. There's a whole lot of people in this country who believe our best days are behind us, who believe we are about to raise the first generation of Americans to do worse than their parents,